Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at pouring soup into bowls, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And I'm Benj. So today, it being the Super Bowl and all, we're just going to draw the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yep.
It is that American holiday where we all get together at somebody's house, eat lots of unhealthy food, pretend to watch a football game, and actually watch commercials.
Yep.
The only day of the year dedicated to watching commercials. It's quite the holiday.
Mm-hmm. That's basically what it is.
I mean, I guess there's some people out there that actually care about the football game, but when it's really only two teams, like, unless you're like a diehard fan of one of those two teams, you're just like pretending to care who wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, your team probably didn't even make it if you care about sports at all.
Exactly.
And I mean, who even cares about sports?
I care about like some esports. And
even when I say I care about an esports, it's not like I actually watch
there
it.
is an amazing YouTube channel out there that has arguably the best sport that Benj and I watch, called the Marble Olympics. If you've never seen this channel before, we'll have to talk more about it some other time. We'll have to draw something for him sometime. But it is just one guy who is the best announcer you've ever heard for something. And he has a bunch of marbles, and he makes them compete in different events, just like the actual Olympics. But because they're marbles, somehow it makes it more interesting. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten into a sporting event as much as I've gotten into watching those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty fun. He announces better than most sports announcers.
It's true.
And he like makes fun things happen.
Like, it seems like, yeah, like he has like crowds of marbles cheering for their certain people, and every once in a while there'll be the fan who storms the field and has to be escorted off by the security marbles, and there's streaker marbles that run out onto the track, and there's injuries and rivalries and everything that I imagine people who actually like sports care about.
Yeah.
But somehow it's so much better because it's reduced down to just like an hour on YouTube.
Watching it versus the Olympics, which it's most similar, to the Olympics, obviously, Marble Olympics.
Yeah, you have different teams competing.
Yeah, in different sports. It's most similar to the Olympics, but it is way more exciting.
Yeah, it is. I feel like it's all the excitement of all of the Olympics like condensed down to just an hour or two.
And then like the things that happen, like, because there's not usually very much rivalries or anything happening in the actual Olympics.
You've got like the United States and Russia or something like that. But yeah, I think the most fun part was just picking the marbles that we were going to root for from the beginning. And I feel like there's also like the most, like, you can't tell who's going to win. Like, because we both would pick a team and one of them would start off like dominating the whole Marble Olympics, and then by the end it was neck and neck, or one team would fall far behind. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, I definitely think it's more fun than most normal sports.
But unfortunately, there is not a day here in the United States yet where we celebrate the Marble Olympics. We celebrate football.
Which is just less fun. It
is a pretty American sport, though, if you think about it. We just like took the established name of somewhere else's sport and we're like, no, we're going to call it football. It doesn't even have to make sense. But, America, we're going to do what we want. Aside from that, it's worse than marbles.
It's better than soccer, though.
So, if I'm getting this right, you drew a bowl of something, and now you're drawing some rocks.
These are also bowls. It'll be more obvious later.
Is it a soup bowl, like I talked about earlier? Like, is that a Super Bowl? Bowl full of soup?
Sorry,
you haven't really thought about what you're drawing yet?
Is it? Is a question.
Yeah, that's what I just asked.
Yeah, it's a question that I'm sure many people are having. And I don't really know. I don't really know the answer.
Well, just keep drawing and we'll come up with
to
conclusions,
your
I'm sure.
question. But there's the one Super Bowl, as you can tell, because there's a bunch of other not Super Bowls.
Oh, so it's like the king, and those are all of its, like peasants.
No, I was thinking that it's more like the quarterback.
I'm starting to see this picture take shape now. What is it? Because it's the only one with a spoon?
That's its arm. That's what Bowl's arms look like.
I feel like Disney is just a few years away from making this a thing like Cars.
Mm-hmm.
The movie will just be called Super Bowl, and it'll be about a bowl that plays football.
Yep. That would actually be a pretty...
I'd actually probably go see it.
It'd definitely be the best sports movie.
100% about a bowl that plays football. Maybe you'll get some royalties from it for coming up with the idea.
It sounds more like one of those like shorts that they do.
Yeah,
than like a real actual like whole movie.
So they'll make a movie like about an actual football player, but like the Pixar short that leads up to that movie will be about bowls of soup playing football.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty great.
I don't really know what else to add to this.
I think, first of all, you have way
do...
too many people on the field. Or, no, not enough people on the field.
Yeah.
You have like, the line.
We're assuming the line is here. And these are on separate teams. And the line's perfectly straight, as all lines are.
I mean, I feel like the lines can't actually be perfectly straight. Those lines, like, I remember the point as a kid when my dad explained, like, you see that yellow line that's on the field?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that line's not actually there.
Yeah, because
that blew me away.
On.
Yeah, it's just like a computer effect that they added in somehow. That's why it's so straight.
How old were you? Because like we had movies where they did way crazier things.
But I didn't expect it in like a live football game. I don't know. I was a kid, like I said. Assume it was of an age where not knowing that is acceptable.
Like 20 years before we were born, that was a thing they could do.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize it until 20 years after I was born.
20 years? So when you say kid, you mean...
No, I mean, like, I meant like 20 years ago, maybe. It's like, 9.
Oh, not like...
Or younger. Probably much younger now that I think I was like 1.
One
like
years old?
Watching sports right after I learned how to talk. Barely naive enough to not understand.
Yep. See, I don't know how many players there are on a sports ball team.
Yeah, but on a Super Bowl team, you just
I'm assuming the defenders get one more person, as you can see. But then the quarterback is 3 times the size of everyone else.
They have 2 more people, first of all, but,
Oh, yeah, they do.
But yeah, they have this.
I mean, look at how much bigger
but
that
your offense gets a Super Bowl.
Yeah. This is clearly different.
The only one with an arm.
This is clearly different than normal American.
Like, what are these other bowls even gonna do? Like, they're just gonna. I understand that some of them are gonna run into each other, but who's he gonna pass the ball to?
Here, we'll give them all spoons, which are their hands.
Okay, now it's turned into a real sport. It does make the Super Bowl slightly less impressive, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's the biggest, but they need to be able to like catch or tackle.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But again, now you just have like...
Actually, I now realize that everybody on the left side is bigger than everybody on the right side.
So maybe that's how it works. Like uneven numbers, but also uneven sizes.
You're allowed equal amount of volume. That's how
legitimately the only sport I think you could say that in. No one else measures their athletes by volume. I don't think. Like weight maybe, but not the amount of liquid they're capable of holding.
I think that should be a new thing.
Well, in this new sport that you've invented that Disney Pixar is going to pick up, you did.
You're allowed a certain gallons to your team, and you can choose. Do you want bigger people or do you want more people?
Wow. What an amazing sport this is.
Yep. And it's called Super Bowl.
Is the L or is the B lowercase because beautiful.
There you go.
All right.
Uppercase.
That's pretty good. I would watch this sport for the record.
Yeah.
I'd much rather watch this than what's going to be on, today.
Yes. Very true.
Yep.
I mean, not that we're going to watch it. We're probably going to.
We'll do.
I mean, we're going to grab a ram and a Bengal cat and see who wins in a fight, right?
I can't wait. We're just waiting on the Bengal cat to be shipped over from, where Bengal cats come from.
Well, I mean,
Bengal land.
We're not getting a Bengal tiger
No, just a Bengal cat.
because we're on the internet telling people about it.
Yeah, we wouldn't get anything illegal.
Yeah, Bengal cat.
Just Bengal cats and rams and making them.
Rams aren't illegal, right?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, there's probably
they're not
some
considered exotic.
There's probably some rams that are like endangered. To be fair, we're not getting those.
Yeah, no. Wait, well, rams and cats we are.
We'll let you know who wins. All right, let me get over there.
Okay.
All right, so I was originally going to draw something that was bowl themed, like a soup bowl, but since you've already taken that oddly specific pun, I have got to go a different route.
You gonna make a pun on the other part of the word, or
what, like super?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna still go with bowl.
Oh, okay.
I mean, a little bit of, there's gonna be two puns.
Oh, two.
Like,
puns.
why do they call it the Super Bowl?
I have no clue.
Like,
well, don't they call like all of them bowls?
They call all of them bowl games.
Yeah,
It's just
I don't
Super
even
Bowl.
know
Like,
why
super
they
seems
do that.
like kind of an old fashioned way to call it. Like it's just super great. Sound, whenever they invented the Super Bowl. I don't think if they named it in 2022, that's what it would be.
No, probably not.
It'd be something probably arguably worse, but either way.
I mean, I like the word super.
I don't dislike it.
Superman is the best hero, so this is the best.
Oh, you say that.
This is the best bowl game.
You say that until you see who's getting drawn today.
Oh. A hero comparable to Superman?
Yeah.
You claim?
No, no, I wouldn't dare claim that.
But you just did.
That's true. It's true. It's too late. This is...
I see a bicycle helmet with a strap.
No, that's not a bicycle. You might think it's a bicycle helmet, but it's not. It is, in fact, his haircut.
Oh.
A bowl cut. Yes, indeed.
And
He's got the bowl cut.
Cleft chin, I see.
As do all of his type.
What's his type?
You'll see. You'll see. It's not worth.
I see he has a nose.
Thank you for acknowledging that's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's just what, an L?
I don't know how to draw.
Robot.
It's just a general
eyes.
statement. They're just focused.
Focused robot eyes.
He might be a robot, what some claim. But no, he's definitely just determined.
He does look determined.
He has ears.
He doesn't really look like a guy that would have a bowl cut.
No, that's the thing. It's very out of place on him, but it's still
because it just looks like a helmet because he does look like the type that would have a helmet.
What does that mean? Like, kind of looks like a skater, but he's not. He's got a bowl cut. It's all he knows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very important for his character development that he has a bowl cut, so just accept it.
Yep. I will accept his bowl cut.
Thank you. You don't have a choice, so it's best that you just accept it now.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
V-neck shirt.
Yep. He has a sleeve that loosely hangs over there, I think. And it's got another arm that's going.
Thought you were going to start the arm in the middle of his chest.
I almost did. I'm trying to remember my mistakes from last
gotta be concerned.
from last week. but he's got to have a certain pose that I'm going for this week. So
Okay.
see if I'm able to accomplish. As soon as I accomplish this pose, you'll be like, oh, I clearly understand.
I mean, if it's anything similar to this reference pose I'm looking at, you already aren't really doing
Hey,
it.
give me a break. I can't draw. It's got one leg coming out this way, and then somehow the other leg.
I mean, there's definitely, like, I mean, like let's just compare it to a random drawing like last week's.
Oh no, we don't speak of that.
This is infinitely better.
So is everything drawn in all of recorded and unrecorded human history. It's always going to be better.
Like, it's hard to even make fun of this because
of last week.
I
set the bar so low.
I remember what could be.
I set the bar so low last time.
You've already, like, you could stop drawing now, and it would be fine.
No, I have to mess it up somehow. Like, come on, you can't just let it be. How do shoes look? There's a curve.
I wouldn't really say it like that.
He has a really big, like, heel. There's some lace things.
You gotta have that really far extended back.
I am gonna accept this all the day long. He does look like he belongs in like a skate park. But no, if you know anything about the pose he has struck here today, then he is in fact not that thing that we just said. So let's see.
Yeah, let's see how you do with these arms. As we know, hands and everything attached to them are the hardest. I already noticed you gave him very skinny arms.
He doesn't need muscles for this. He needs... Oh, gosh. It gets wider. It's okay. It's okay. It gets better.
He's a bit of a Popeye.
A bit.
Just a little bit. That's where his hand ends? It's his hand backward? Like, and... the arms attached.
It kind of looks glued on, doesn't it?
Yeah, the hand is like attached sideways.
I give him a watch so it helps.
I don't know if that helps.
I think it does.
Okay,
it's just a perspective thing now.
I'll let you think that it does.
Thank you. This next one's gonna be the hardest part.
Like, I'm just
I'm
trying to see.
You have to turn it around backwards the other way, I think.
Like
we're looking at the back of his hand, maybe.
But no, because the thumb.
He only has 4 fingers. You can't tell where the thumb is.
But the one much shorter finger that is probably the thumb.
Okay, if you're going to complain about that hand, you might as well just wait because this next hand is going to be way worse.
Is that the hand?
It's not supposed to be.
Okay. Is it an apple with a bite out of it and a worm sticking out of the bite?
It's best that you don't really think about what's going on here. That's a bowling ball.
Okay,
because
he's throwing it overhand.
Well, I was going to have him bowling it because he's doing like he already bowled pose.
Yep.
But that's just how he stands.
He also, like... His fingers aren't in the bowling ball like you would normally do with a bowling ball.
I'm also upset because I meant to put something else in this hand. So we're just going to do it. It's best. It's best to not think about how this is held. But I wanted to do this. So now we have to do this.
Okay. I'm just gonna accept it. It's glued on to the back of his hand. That's what I'm accepting.
Thank you. This, by the way.
Oh, this is not what I was expecting.
That sums up just about every one of our drawings.
Yeah, but like I was expecting like nunchucks, not like.
It's sort of like nunchucks, but it's like a bow staff meets nunchucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cooler weapon than that.
You could have like 10 bowling pins, so that he can make strike-related puns when he hits people.
Oh man, means I've got to add some more chains. No, the really upsetting part is I have to draw more bowling pins at different angles now, which I'm not sure that I'm capable of doing.
I mean, bowling pins shouldn't be that hard to draw.
They shouldn't be.
They're just like squashes.
Yeah, just squashes.
Which obviously we draw all the time.
Uh-huh. Do you? Do we?
Yeah, every squash day.
You know, that should be a day. There should be more days named after foods.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there probably is like a squash day. Like almost
Probably
every
not
food,
celebrated.
Almost every food has like a holiday.
All right. So now he's got... This weapon has turned into something that looked functional to something that's just like absurd now.
Yeah, but the puns that he can make.
Be like, I'm gonna strike you in the face.
Mm-hmm. and he gets a strike.
And then when he doesn't like strike them, he's like, I'll spare you this time. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. You're right. It's well worth it just for what I imagine he will say. In case you haven't guessed this guy's name yet, this guy is Super Bowl. Super Bowl. That's why he's got a bowl cut.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with the bowler theme. That's
I was getting there.
It's unrelated to
No,
his
it also
name.
has everything to do with it. But
It's just the bowl cut. He didn't even realize that the bowler theme related.
no, it's just like if you're gonna be like, I feel like all professional bowlers should have bowl cuts just out of like principle. Where's this last one gonna go? It's gonna maybe come up towards him.
It's so smaller than the other.
Well, it's a perspective thing.
You ran out of
It's a perspective thing.
bowling pin materials.
Bowling pin. What are bowling pins made out of?
I don't
Does
know.
anybody actually know?
I think they're similar to bowling balls, where like the inside is just like wood or something. Like bowling balls are usually like cement or something, but then the outside is like that ceramic or whatever.
So yeah, he's got a bowl cut. He's got a bowling ball that he throws at people.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his bowl chucks.
Does he have any sort of like superhero emblem on his chest?
You know, I was just trying to think about that, and I think what I'm gonna have to go with is it's just a bowl with the.
You could put like 3 holes in the bowl.
Oh yeah, I definitely will do that.
So that it's like kind of like a half of a bowling ball, but it's also a bowl.
Yeah. It has a spoon sticking out of it. The spoon is shaped like a bowling pin.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, Super Bowl. You don't want this guy coming after you. Like,
No,
legitimately,
I
like
don't-
he would be.
I don't want to get a strike.
I feel like
from
he
this
just
guy.
fights like bowling pin related. Like
I mean, even if all he did was throw bowling balls at you,
I feel
like I wouldn't want that.
I feel like he just fights like bowling pin related.
Like imagine you're stealing, from the bowling alley, as you do, holding it up
This is
for
a
all
bowling
their
pin.
money, and then a bowling ball just hits you in the head. And then 10 bowling pins hit you in the head. Is this his sidekick or?
I think it's an enemy, but I kind of like it being a sidekick now that you mention it. But he has a mask on.
Yeah, like a bowling pin ninja.
He has one of those like curly Q mustaches.
Yep.
like- Yeah, that's definitely a bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah, once you did the mustache, no sidekick can have a mustache like that.
It's true.
What's this? The love interest?
No. This is another minion.
Oh.
Although I feel like this guy does deserve like a love interest now that you've mentioned it.
This one has round eyes. Does that mean it's a good guy?
No, just different. Just more shocked. Maybe he's like, I got an idea. Hang on. Yeah. He also has a mustache. But he's like about to be impaled by like a...
Impaled?
Well, I mean, like bludgeoned, is that...
Yeah, that... Impaled means it's going to go through him.
I don't know. He's already had one thrown at him. This guy doesn't know what's in store for him. He's gonna get stricken by striked by the. He's gonna get destroyed by the. Yeah, it's gonna be great. But it's got some grip tape on it because you know.
Yeah, you don't want it to slip out of your hand.
And this guy's. Let's see.
I mean, this is better than I was expecting it to be when I found out you were doing a bowling-related superhero.
Thank you. Let's see.
Even the pose, other than that one hand, ended up not being too bad.
He's like on the bowling lane. He's like sliding down the bowling lane. Like just imagine him like coming full speed sprint, you know, like down the. It's just the wind is curling around him, and he's coming down the bowling alley after these two minions who have kidnapped, you know, his love interest.
Yeah, and tied her to the end of the
of the bowling alley. Yeah. And that thing that comes and picks up the bowling pins is like slowly gonna come down and crush her. And he sees it and slides down. She's definitely like the lady who, you know, asks you your shoe size and gives you your bowling shoes.
Yep.
She's like his love interest from, you know, afar. But he whips out that, you know, striking instrument of his, and wow, she's gonna be so impressed. It's gonna be great. I am quite happy with this guy.
Yeah,
there is nothing more to say.
I think both of our drawings this week were pretty good, especially compared to last week.
Yep, I agree. I'm erasing that only because I want to make it.
Only because you wanted to cheat.
No, I don't need to cheat this week.
Well, you just did.
I just want to say I hope this, in some small way, makes up for what I did last week, because it is.
I mean, some things are just irredeemable, but
it's true.
This drawing is much better.
I'm quite happy with it. This guy is going to be the newest Marvel hero as soon as they are like, what demographic haven't we reached yet? Bowlers.
There's so many bowlers that don't have a hero to their name.
Exactly right. And this guy's going to come out bowl cut and all to fight the bowling pin related villains.
Yeah,
it's going to be fantastic. But we do hope that if you are choosing to watch the Super Bowl, that you enjoy the commercials and enjoy the food. And that's about all we can hope for you.
Because, I mean, how could you enjoy sports?
Yeah, there's not really much of a chance. So we will see you next time.
Goodbye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.